stops right next to Wrigley Field as you get a good look at Sheffield as fans are filing into the Bud Light bleachers. And we are set for the Hyundai Leadoff Man show here on WGN Sports. Beautiful day for baseball. Cool temperatures, wind blowing in. And the Cubs host the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Len Casper. The Cubs today look for their 7th straight win in a rubber game and their 8th consecutive series victory. They were able to tie up this series at 1 apiece yesterday. Let's check in on the highlights. Very hot day here at the ballpark, and Ryan Dempster looking to tie his career high with his 15th win, and he was sharp once again. 4 strikeouts at 7 in the third, walked just 1, gave up 1 run on 8 hits. Cubs struggled with runners in scoring position early in the ballgame, but they finally got it done in the 4th. Derek Lee with a single, plating Alfonso Soriano, and then a line shot 3-run homer by Aramis Ramirez just into the bleachers in left center. Cubs leading 4-0. In the 5th, Alfonso Soriano with a double to left, scoring Kosuke Fukudome, who had reached on an error. 5-zip Cubs. They weren't done yet. Mark DeRosa with a home run in his 3rd consecutive game. This one very deep to left center, 6-0. And then in the 8th, with the Cubs leading 6-1, Aramis does it again. This time he goes to the opposite field. Another 3-run homer, 21st career multi-homer performance. Cubs up 9-1. They would go on to win 9-2, and the Central standings look pretty similar. The Brewers won last night over Pittsburgh again. The Cardinals lost late in the afternoon to the Braves, so they're now 8 games out. CC Sabathia will pitch today for Milwaukee as they go for the sweep over the Pirates, but Rich Harden's pitching today for the Cubs. And when we come back, we'll hear from the offensive hero yesterday, Aramis Ramirez. But as we go to break, we'd like to recognize our Chicagoland Hyundai dealer of the game, Patrick Hyundai, in Schaumburg, Illinois. Hyundai, the right choice. Log on to myhyundaichicago.com. We'll be back.
Freak brother.
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
When were you going to tell me this?
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower. Here's a joint. Guaranteed to knock you on your butt.
Excuse me?
There's no way to get me out of here now. Things are just getting good.
Pigskin fans unite, because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A-game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Bowl.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 80s 5 West on WGN America.
Breakfast as usual just went kaboom. Get ready for a breakfast so different you'll taste it with all 5 senses. Try Denny's new sizzling breakfast skillets for an incredible $5.99. Real breakfast 24/7.
The men of TV are de-evolving from man of the house.
I am the king in my castle.
To man of the couch.
Haven't I heard of you?
You're not a cop, are you?
Just when you think it can't get any worse, these guys show up.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
Watch the men of classic TV go from sophisticated to sauced. Put your mind on rewind with Out of Sight Retro Night on WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man, brought to you in part by Walgreens, the pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs, and by your local Hyundai dealer. What a day for a Hyundai deal during your Hyundai dealer's Dollars and Cents clearance.
Well, Aramis Ramirez is hitting .336 at Wrigley Field here this season. And yesterday, 2 of his 5 3-run homers on the season. And what a year it's been now. 22 homers overall, 90 RBIs, a solid .288 batting average. The 2 homers he hit yesterday were not wind-blown home runs at all. I had a chance to talk to him earlier about that.
Well, yeah, you don't want to think about the win. If you think about the win, you ain't going to hit homer. So I just try to put the ball in play and make a good swing.
How would you rate this season for you personally versus other great years you've had?
This is by far my best year as a team. I mean, I had better year offensively, but I never been 29 games over 500 before, and hopefully we keep doing it.
Yeah, that's interesting. You answer that way. Every player on this team has answered it the same way. All they talk about is the team's success. It seems like it's been infectious all season.
But that's the only thing that's the only way you're gonna win a lot of games. By everybody pulling the same way, pulling together, and just pick each other up.
Is this the best team you've been on?
Yeah, this is the best team. I mean, we got everything. We got power, great pitching, great bullpen, speed, and we played the game the way it's supposed to play.
How much confidence does it give you as an offensive player how good this starting rotation is, and then handing the ball over to guys like Marmol and Samardzija and Kerry Wood at the end?
That's why I think this is the best ball club that I ever been, because of the bullpen we have. And the starting pitching has been there all year. I mean, we score runs. I've been in some real good offensive team when Sammy was here and Moises, but I never had this kind of pitching before.
I go back to your home run against Milwaukee in late June of last year when this great atmosphere got even better, and it's been like a playoff game atmosphere every game since then. Do you think that's when everything changed a little bit as far as the crowds here at Wrigley Field? And it feels like the World Series every day here.
That was huge. I mean, because we were chasing Milwaukee at the time, and I think we swept them by me hitting the World Cup homer, and we are done in the playoff because of that. So yeah, I think everything changed since then.
What's it like when everybody's singing after the final out is recording? You guys are recorded. You guys got to get used to that. It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
It's nice, especially here. I mean, we've been so good here at home that it never get old. I mean, we hear that song all the time, and hopefully we keep hearing the rest of the way.
All right, last question. I know your defense is very important to you, and a lot of people think that you could win a Gold Glove this season. Can you talk about that a little bit?
You know, you don't play for awards like that, but it's always good, I mean, to have it, but I'm just going to keep going out there and try to do my job. I'm very proud of my defense. I work hard. I make a lot of mistakes early in my career, but I work hard, and that starts paying off right now.
And Aramis is in the lineup again today, but he's batting third for the first time here in 2008. Derek Lee with the upper back spasms feels better, but he is out of the lineup. We'll talk about the starting pitchers as we continue the Hyundai Leadoff Man.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just had a bad dream. I'm gonna go check on the kids. Here it is.
What's that?
Oh, you know, that life insurance we talked about? It's been on my mind.
You mean Life Choice from Colonial Penn?
Yeah, the one we really liked, right? Look, this is whole life insurance. What do you think?
I think you'd feel more secure if we had some permanent insurance. I would.
You're right. We can't just rely on my coverage at work.
And with Life Choice, we'd have coverage that we can count on and a premium that's locked in. No increases ever, guaranteed.
She's right. Your rate is guaranteed, and it won't go up. If you're between the ages of 18 and 75, you can apply for up to $25,000 of coverage with Life Choice from Colonial Penn. Your rate can never go up, and your coverage can never go down or be canceled. It's permanent whole life insurance. Some plans simply stop at 65 or 70, and some have rates that go up year after year. Not Life Choice. It has a locked-in benefit and a locked-in rate. Guaranteed. You can apply for up to $25,000 in coverage at an affordable rate with no medical exam. Just answer a few simple health questions. Once accepted, your coverage is permanent with no rate increase ever. And it builds cash value, too. Call now for free information.
Getting a Life Choice will put both our minds at ease.
Come on, let's go back to sleep.
A good night's sleep.
Call 1-800-923-4443 to receive free information, and we'll mail you our beneficiary planner absolutely free. Call 1-800-923-4443 or visit our website, colonialpenn.com. There's no obligation, so call now.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man, brought to you in part by Walgreens, the pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs, and by your local Hyundai dealer. What a day for a Hyundai deal during your Hyundai dealer's Dollars and Cents clearance.
Today's Game Time forecast is sponsored by The Great Escape. Save on pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and everything you need for summer fun. Mid-70s, but it feels cooler with that wind out of the northeast. Starting pitchers now for the Cubs. Rich Harden coming off the best of his 7 starts with the Cubs on Tuesday versus Cincinnati, and that's saying something considering how good he's been. Jason Bergman, 2-6 on the road, but a decent 3.84 earned run average away from D.C. 0-1 in 2 career starts against the Cubs. That's going to do it on the Leadoff Man Show. Guests of the Leadoff Man Show receive a gift certificate to Harry Carey's legendary Italian steakhouse, voted best steakhouse in Chicago. Bob Brenly will join me for the call. The homestand finale rubber game today. Cubs hosting the Nationals next.
Freak brother.
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
When were you going to tell me this?
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower. Here's a joint. Guaranteed to knock you on your butt.
Excuse me?
There's no way to get me out of here now. Things are just getting good.
Pigskin fans unite, because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A-game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Mode.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 8 East 5 West on WGN America.
Remember when TV was good, decent, and wholesome? Remember when sitcoms had integrity?
All right, get out!
And a good moral message?
Wow! Look what I'm doing with teenage boys!
We're bringing it all back.
You want to go to the moon? Do you want to go to the moon?
You don't have to be classy.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
To be classic. Out of Sight Retro Night. Tonight at 7 East 4 West on WGN America. Keep your eyes here. Superstation WGN is now WGN America. It's not just TV, it's a lifestyle. So quit your job, sell the car, and get ready to plant yourself in front of the tube.
Do not quit your job or sell your car, and if you do, at least make sure you got a backup plan and or you get a good price for it. If you do plant yourself in front of the tube to watch the all-new WGN America, make sure you have plenty of snacks on hand because wild horses, fire, or laser shooting flying saucers will be able to tear you away from the awesome stuff I just mentioned. For real, you've been warned.
WGN America, TV you can't ignore.
Becker's got news.
You're sterile.
They aren't expecting.
You know what this means? It's a miracle.
Next Becker.
Becker, tonight at 12:30.
The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
Packed with Cubs fans who hope to see their team grab their 80th win of the season today. And we are set for Chicago Cubs baseball. On WGN Sports, the Cubs look to win another series. It's the rubber game today versus the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everyone. Hope your Sunday is going well. Bob Brenly and Len Casper. This hasn't been boring baseball. We've joked about it, but just keep winning 2 of 3, and the Cubs have been doing that.
You know, and Len, I think more than anything else, it's an indication of the depth of the starting pitching staff. On any given day, the Cubs send a pitcher out there that at a minimum will keep them in the ball game, and on a good day will dominate the opposition. That's how you win 7 series in a row.
And you also win 7 series in a row with excellent starting pitching, and it'll be Rich Harden today for the Cubs.
Well, Rich Harden just continues continues to amaze us every time he takes the mound. This is a lineup that he figures to pitch very well against, a very aggressive, young, swinging, hacking offense.
It'll be right-hander Jason Bergman for the Nationals. Kind of like John Lannon, he hasn't gotten much run support this year.
You talk to opposing hitters, this guy's got good stuff. He knows what he's doing out there on the mound, unfortunately pitching for a very bad team.
Milwaukee's 4.5 out. They'll have CC Sabathia on the mound. We'll keep it posted today. Let's go down to the field. God Bless America and our national anthem, Sabrina Straley with the honors today.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Cubs lead by 4.5, 33 to go as they wrap up this homestand today. The Cubs hosting Washington. We'll have all the action next.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager. AM/PM. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. By Comcast. Proven advanced technology. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV. By Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. And by Southwest Airlines. Fees don't fly with us. Visit southwest.com.
The men of TV are de-evolving from man of the house.
I am the king in my castle.
To man of the couch.
Haven't I heard of you?
You're not a cop, are you?
Just when you think it can't get any worse, these guys show up.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
Watch the men of classic TV go from sophisticated to sauced. Put your mind on rewind with Out of Sight Retro Night on WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
Bud Light is brewed to give you everything you want in a beer. Never-ending refreshment, superior drinkability, and now, X-ray vision. X-ray vision no longer available in Bud Light.
Let's go somewhere else.
The superior drinkability, however, remains.
Bud Light keeps it coming.
Can't believe you. Can't believe you. Don't ask.
You need some help?
Yes. We need to get the mixer back before 5 or else they'll charge us for an extra day.
No, we're not going to have to stop for gas. This thing is really fuel efficient.
That's true. It has variable cylinder management. It's basically 6 cylinders that can run on 3 or 4 cylinders to save gas. I read about it on a blog.
Surprisingly fuel efficient. Ride ready. The new Pilot, only from Honda.
Andrea Barrow is a real Geico customer, not an advertising spokesperson. So to help tell her story, we hired one.
One day a rock chipped the windshield on my car.
Oh dear, broken glass sends shivers down my bottle.
I filed my claim at geico.com and scheduled an appointment.
It was a piece of cake. Or maybe more like hot pancakes.
The repairman came right to my house and fixed my baby like new.
Now I feel rich. Thick and buttery, too.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
Oh, someone has put a logo right over my face.
Today's Chicago Cubs broadcast from Wrigley Field on WGN Sports, your official summer baseball station, is brought to you in beautiful high definition, sponsored by Comcast. The great Ernie Banks statue in beautiful high definition. Hometown team here on Sundays, as Cubs fans get to head on out to the different defensive positions and get an autographed baseball from their favorite Cubs player. Well, there's been a lot of talk about the two big acquisitions mid-season. CC Sabathia going to Milwaukee and Rich Harden coming to the Cubs. Look at that, Bob. The Cubs with a better record.
Well, there's no question that both starting pitchers have done exactly what their respective teams expected them to do when they were acquired via the trade. Certainly Sabathia logging a lot more innings, a lot more complete games, but with the strength of the Cubs bullpen, they don't need Rich Harden to go 9 innings.
Now the Nationals lineup, Harden will face. Dimitri Young's on the DL, 4 for 4 with a walk, but the other 3 guys in their lineup with at-bats against him without a hit. Willie Harris leads it off. Guzman at short. Zimmerman, Millage, Belliard in the middle. Belliard continues to swing a hot bat. Flores catching. It's Austin Kearns in right. Anderson Hernandez now playing second today, and Jason Bergman without a hit to start the year.
Take a look at the Cubs defensively, brought to you by Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. Soriano in left, Edmonds in center. Mark DeRosa homered in 3 straight games for the 2nd time in his career. He'll be playing right field today. Ramirez, Terrio, Fontenot, and Darrell Ward across the infield. Giovanni Soto doing the catching today for right-hander Rich Harden. Harden coming off a solid outing against the Cincinnati Reds. 7 strong innings, gave up only 2 hits of shutout baseball, struck out 10, did not walk a batter.
A 5-0 win, and that's low for ball 1 on a changeup to Willie Harris. Angel Hernandez in his 16th year. He's worked a couple of World Series, and he's back at the plate. It's 69 degrees. The wind out of the north right now at 10. It has blown in more than it's blown out on this homestand. 2-1.
Well, then we saw Rich Harden on that last road trip, the split doubleheader in Atlanta, defer to the night game because he likes to pitch when it's a little bit cooler. So should be a perfect day for Rich Harden here this afternoon.
Pulled foul past the first base coach, former Cub Jerry Morales.
As a matter of fact, both starting pitchers should like to pitch under these conditions. Harden likes it a little bit cooler, which it is here today, and Jason Bergman very much a fly ball pitcher. The first 2 games of this series, the wind was blowing out. Today it's blowing in.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hopefully we'll see a lot of this today from Rich Harden. If he's got the ability to spot his fastball and then use his changeup to get the swinging strikes, he should work his way through this Nationals lineup very effectively.
This is the 6th and final game of the homestand. In the first 5 games, and now they're pointing out at Alfonso Soriano and Angel Hernandez using props saying there's a ball on the warning track. And I actually see it. Directly behind Soriano. Right.
Well, it's not a ball.
It's not a ball.
It's a napkin or a hot dog wrapper or something that found its way to the warning track.
That's like me looking for my golf ball. There it is. Oh, no.
It wouldn't be laying in plain sight, right?
Right. That is not a baseball. From where we sit, it looks like a ball.
Well, that could be the one Ramirez hit for a 3-run bomb to left field yesterday, because I'm sure there was a flat spot on that one after he hit it.
One and two on Guzman. So in the first 3 innings of the first 5 games of the homestand, Cubs starting pitchers have given up no runs on 3 total hits. That's been it. A roller to Fontenot playing second with DeRosa in right today. So you have Fontenot at second because Kosuke's getting the day off. He'll be back in there tomorrow night. He met with Lou Piniella and Gerald Perry. They're trying to shorten his stride, get his front foot down a little bit more quickly. And basically, Bob, they've told him, don't worry about home runs. Make good contact. Get on base. That's all we ask you to do. And so he's just getting a breather this afternoon. And a couple of right-handers coming up Monday and Tuesday night, and he'll be back in there. Swing and a miss by Zimmerman. And you also have Darrell Ward in for Derek Lee. Derek feels better. He has upper back spasms. But I think the Cubs just wanted to be a little extra cautious. And I wouldn't be surprised if they needed him, that he would give him a pinch hit at bat today.
Well, this is the swing when Derek aggravated that upper back spasm. He said he really felt it in his left shoulder and left arm. It's actually a fairly common malady during baseball season. A lot of guys go through back spasms.
Harden with his good stuff. Once again, he's had his good stuff just about every time out. They go down 1-2-3, and the Cubs are coming up.
It's my own little world in there. I've got guitar lessons I've downloaded. My airplane survival DVDs, they save my life on these long flights. I like to take tons of crazy photos. Oh man, that's my friend's video. Artists email me graphics for my snowboard line. Like, love this, lose that. I pretty much got a random life. You never know where the snow's gonna fall.
The HP Pavilion DV5T with Intel Centrino 2 processor technology. See more at hp.com/Sean.
Basically took me the whole summer.
And I don't know how many times I needed to go to AutoZone, but at least now when I go, it's not on my bike.
When it comes to treating heartburn, there's so much confusion, which makes my job nice and easy. Ow!
I'm not confused when it comes to treating my frequent heartburn. I trust my doctor, and he trusts Prilosec OTC. Now heartburn won't keep coming back. Prilosec OTC is the #1 doctor-recommended OTC acid reducer. It's the only leading brand of OTC heartburn medicine that works to block heartburn all day and all night with 1 pill a day. Try Prilosec OTC, the round-the-clock heartburn blocker.
The Cubs lineup today brought to you by Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. I mentioned the changes. Ward cleaning up. Ramirez moving up to the 3rd spot. And again, Fontenot in there batting 8th and playing 2nd. And Jason Bergman is ready to pitch. Coming in at 2-9 on the season. Soriano pops it up.
Tough sun.
And the sun and the wind. And it's Guzman.
No, we've seen Christian Guzman at shortstop. Willie Harris will be playing left field for the Nationals today. Lasting Millage in center field. Austin Kearns over in right. Zimmerman, Guzman, Hernandez, and Belliard across the infield. Jesus Flores behind the plate today for right-hander Jason Bergman.
You know, he's from Neptune, New Jersey, and has worked as a substitute teacher in the offseason. I'm sure a very keen fan will see a little tweak in his delivery. Unlike just about every pitcher you see, he steps forward.
His first step with his left foot is forward toward home plate. Generally, you'll see a pitcher after getting his sign take a step back with his left foot and then rotate his body as he steps into the hole in front of the rubber. But Bergman found that he wasn't getting his body back into the position that he wanted to consistently enough with a normal delivery. A little bit easier for him to do it this way, stepping forward, taking a much smaller turn to get prepared to deliver that pitch to home plate.
Terrio with 3 more hits yesterday. Coming in at a healthy 316. Still in the top 5 in the National League. His on-base percentage is .394. And he hits it foul.
And we can expect to see from Jason Bergman today a fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. He's got all 4 pitches. He doesn't throw his changeup to the right-handed batters, but you'll see him throw a lot of 4-seam fastballs across the top of the strike zone. Mentioned earlier, very much a fly ball pitcher. The wind blowing in here today at Wrigley is exactly what he would like.
It's blowing very hard. Ryan Terrio also in the top 5 in the NL in on-base percentage. Albert Pujols leads the league at .462. He's going to get some help from the wind this time. Yesterday, Terrio would have popped out.
Yeah, under the conditions yesterday, that ball would have blown back into play, possibly even back into fair territory, but anything hit in the air today is going to be pushed toward that right field line, toward the right field bleachers.
It's worth mentioning again the Cubs record when the wind blows in, they're 30-8.
Well, after a quick at bat by Soriano, this is exactly what Gerald Perry wants to see from Ryan Terrio. An extended at bat, forced Bergman to throw a few more pitches out there.
And if you want a souvenir today, best place to sit would be between home plate and the right field foul pole, as yesterday's hero and today's leadoff man guest, Aramis Ramirez, is on deck. Another 3-2. That's in the dirt. What an at bat. You know, Gerald loved that.
10 pitches to draw the base on balls after a 1-pitch at bat by Alfonso Soriano.
Speaking of Soriano, he's been very patient here lately. He's been taking a lot of walks, even though he did swing at the first pitch. Ramirez with a cut and a miss at a breaking ball.
It's funny, Jason Bergman, I mean, usually the batting average on the first pitch that a pitcher delivers is well over 300. I'm not sure exactly what the National League average is, but it's been my experience that just about everybody we check is over 300 on that first pitch. Batting average allowed. Jason Bergman only a .246 batting average allowed on that first pitch. So it would appear, just looking at the numbers from this season, that you'd be better off waiting a little deeper in the count to get a pitch to hit.
Terrio runs, and he's going to make it. It's his 19th stolen base. He's been caught a lot, 13 times, but he got in that time.
Get a real good look at the jump that Terrio gets over there at first base. Pretty good start over there. Got 3 or 4 good solid steps before that ball was unloaded to home plate. Almost came off the bag with his slide down there at second.
Meanwhile, 1-1 on Aramis. That's a called strike. 1-2. All right, I have have the number for you on the first pitch. And the National League average, 340. That's what National League pitchers give up. It's 174 in this count, 1-2. Little tapper back to the pitcher. Bergman's going to throw to first. Ontario back to second. Now Darrell Ward. It's his third start of the year at first base. The back spasms for D. Lee related to the bulging disc that he suffered last year. But again, no big deal. He'll probably be back in there tomorrow as Zimmerman's in foul territory, makes a catch, and the Cubs are done in the first. 0-0.
Bud Light is brewed to give you everything you want in a beer. Never-ending refreshment, superior drinkability, and now the ability to be a fly on the wall.
I guess the game's over.
I'll be right back.
It worked! This is awesome!
Oh, why?
No!
Get it!
Becoming a fly on the wall no longer available in Bud Light. The superior drinkability remains.
Bud Light keeps it coming.
Dude, you're missing a wing.
Come on, what woman doesn't melt when they hear an accordion?
By the time I met Randy, I knew what I was looking for.
Everybody's complex. We oversimplify ourselves and we oversimplify each other a lot.
What's been surprising about love is that it's a lot easier than I thought it would be.
It feels good not to have to be anything other than who you are. I put that on my eHarmony thing, by the way, is me playing the accordion. Did you?
No. Log on and review your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
Hey, Mr. Opportunity here. I've got some really good economic news for you. It's Honda clearance time, the perfect time to get your hands on a brand new Honda. Why Honda? Well, because they last a long time and have better residual value than other cars. True. Look at that legal down below. And that means you can keep more of your money. I live for this stuff. The 2008 Honda clearance. For plenty of ways to keep more of your money, go to shophonda.com. I'm Mr. Opportunity, and I approve this message.
I've smoked pot.
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower.
Excuse me?
There's no way to get me out of here now. Things are just getting good.
Hey, Cubs fans, join us this Friday for Promo Works Day as the Cubs take on the Phillies at 1:20. Fans will be treated to free samples from Promo Works brand sponsors, including Kellogg's and Emerald Nuts. For more information, visit Cubs.com. No purchase necessary. And lucky seat winners will have the chance to win valuable prizes throughout the game. There's the 0-1 from Harden to Lasting's Millage. And he hits it foul to the right. Millage with a bruised left hand after he was hit by a pitch from Ryan Dempster yesterday. It was the last pitch Dempster threw. Millage was able to stay in and finish, and he's in the lineup again today.
He's wearing a protective pad inside of his batting glove that apparently isn't very comfortable. That's the pitch that caught him on the base of that left hand. Pinched his hand up against the bat, and as I mentioned, they do have it padded, and he says he's having trouble gripping the bat.
Dempster tied his career high with his 15th win. I don't know if you read the comments from his teammate Mark DeRosa, but he called Ryan, quote, by far the most important piece to this clubhouse. Talking about the intangibles, the leadership, the example he sets. 1-2 on Millage. The pitch. And on the hands at times, still a ball and 2 strikes. Ronnie Belliard on deck is 19 for his last 35. Pulled on the ground. That is a foul ball. Cubs get a break.
It was going to be a tough play for Aramis Ramirez. I think he thought that ball was going to go into foul territory much quicker than it did. Took that one extra bounce toward the bag at third. Stayed in fair territory, but Rami able to back up. Kind of a scissor step into foul territory, and they do get the foul call.
No argument from Tim Tolman, their third base coach. So a 2-2 pitch, and that one's fouled away. Another 1-2 and a fly ball to right. No problem for DeRosa. I threw out that note about the first 3 innings, and you could come back and say, well, yeah, look what the Nationals did late on Friday. And you're right. They scored all their runs in the 6th inning and later. But as I asked Aramis Ramirez about the confidence the pitching has given this offense, it's nice to know that there's a pretty good chance, if your starter is on, that you're going to get the first run. And that's happened so often here lately.
Well, the numbers are similar for every team in the major leagues, but when the opponents score first against the Washington Nationals, they're 12-59 this season. And as I said, it's pretty much league-wide. The team that scores first usually is going to have the best chance to win a ball game, and if your pitchers can put zeros on the board through the first 3 or 4 innings of a game, you got a pretty good chance to win.
The Cubs are 56-17 when they score first.
Jim Leland used to be a big proponent of that back in the days when he managed the Pittsburgh Pirates. Had Jay Bell, his number 2 hitter, sacrifice bunt many times in the first inning of a ball game, just trying to push across that first run of the game.
One and 2 on Belliard. 0 for 4 with a strikeout versus Harden. That's high on a fastball. 2-2. 8th start as a Cub for Rich Harden. He's allowed more than 1 run only once in a Cubs uniform. The catcher Flores on deck. And the 3-2 pitch. Got him. Nasty changeup.
It's just so unpredictable. It seems funny to say that a guy who only throws 2 different pitches can be unpredictable, but that's a real good description of Rich Harden. He catches a hot hitter from our Southwest RoboCam. They get a called strike 3.
Another one to Flores. Rich Harden had the game-winning RBI in his last start on a safety squeeze. Heads-up play by Giovanni Soto, scored from third. His teammates were ready to head off the diamond, but he didn't get the call from Hernandez.
That's a pretty good pitch, Len, but you can see Gio was set up high. The pitch was down low. I'm not so sure Angel Hernandez got a real good look at that one.
Didn't matter. He got him to swing and miss on the next one. 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. Harden 6 up, 6 down.
Pigskin fans unite, because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Bowl.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 8 East 5 West on WGN America.
My old allergy medicine made me feel foggy. Now I'm Claritin Clear.
Only Children's Claritin provides powerful, non-drowsy relief from his worst allergy symptoms. Discover Children's Claritin, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, and let your kids live Claritin Clear.
Now remember, Dad, you can take a picture, crop it, and post it to the web, all right?
And Mom, it's called a Bluetooth headset. It's built right in, okay?
And if you have any trouble at all, call us.
You know, or text.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm so proud of them.
Get your family ready for back to school with the network. Get cool LG exclusives at amazing prices, like the NV2 for just $79.99 from America's most reliable network, Verizon Wireless.
At Sacred Heart Hospital, you get the best.
You're a good doctor.
I know. And every employee takes pride in his work.
Man, I know making this worth my while.
Scrubs, live 7 nights a week at 11 East, 8 West on WGN America.
Let's meet today's Walgreens Celebrity Bat Kids. 15-year-old David Heller from Stockton, Illinois. Angela Dominiak, 16, from Crown Point, Indiana, having a great time at Wrigley. Thanks to Walgreens. Getting an autograph from Carlos Zambrano. Walgreens, a pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs. Go to WGNradio.com for more info on how your kids can become our Walgreens Celebrity Bat Kids at a future game. The red-hot Mark DeRosa with a 3-game home run streak. Deep to right this time. Austin Carswell watch it go! 4 in a row. With a wind blowing in. His 7th home run over his last 16 games. So 7 homers his last 16, Bob. His career high in a single season was 13 prior to this year.
Well, he goes the right direction. A fastball up and out over the plate. He doesn't try to pull that pitch. Stayed right on it. Didn't get far out of here, but that ball was really crushed into the wind.
First time in his career he's hit a home run in 4 consecutive games. He's playing right today. Doesn't matter what position he plays. He just continues to hit. Well, there you go. Cubs get the first run again. And as Harden has shut down the Nationals offense through 2. Good place to be for a souvenir in the bleachers today would be the front row if you're going to hit a home run. Probably not going to get out by much. On Jim Edmonds, who's trying to snap an 0 for 16. Ball 4, he takes the walk.
It seems like everything Mark DeRosa hits lately is right on the barrel of the bat. Fastball up and out over the plate. Drives it deep to the opposite field. Deep enough into the front row. Our Southwest, how far did it fly? 365 feet.
Outside, ball 1 on Giovanni Soto. The last Cub to homer in 4 straight games was Fred McGriff. In September of 2001. Take that, all you power guys, says Mark DeRosa. 14 homers on the year. Soto has 18, and he's in a hitter's count here, 3-1. Mike Fontenot next. He's batting 8th today and playing second. Derek Lee watching the festivities, a rare off day. I think if it were up to him, he'd be playing. Soto's going to take this ball out to left, just into the basket. His 19th. 3-0.
This ball is absolutely crushed to left field. If he hits that same ball yesterday, it probably ends up on the rooftops across the street. But as it is, barely made it into that basket in straightaway left.
That ties the Cubs rookie catcher mark for home runs. Randy Hundley hit 19 back in 1966. Randy St. Clair out to chat with his pitcher. 2 home runs in the inning.
Oof. Oh, man. Full extension right off the sweet spot of the bat. Made a terrific sound. It looked like a no-doubter off the bat, but it barely got out of here. Our Southwest, how far did it fly? 360 feet into the basket. You saw Gio shaking his head a little bit there over on the bench. He's had kind of a frustrating series here once again against the Nationals. They really held him down back in our capital earlier this season. That had to feel really good to finally bust out against this Nationals pitching staff.
Leadoff home run by DeRosa. Then Edmonds walked, and Soto went deep.
Boy, and right before the Giovanni Soto home run, I was about to point out how deep the Nationals outfielders are playing. Willie Harris pretty much at a normal depth that we see in left field, but Millage in center, Kearns in right, playing extremely deep. And that's one place where the home field advantage really comes in. Cubs outfielders know when the conditions are the way they are today that the ball is probably not going to carry very well.
Well, you'd never know it based on this half inning, but as you said, the balls DeRosa and Soto hit would have been a home run on any day.
Yeah, Kearns just playing a few steps in from the warning track in right field.
Fontenot strikes out. Kearns has played in this park more than any other Nationals outfielder with all of his time with the Reds. So here's Rich Harden. That game-winning RBI in his last start was his first career run batted in. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Bergman's first 2 strikeouts coming back to back after the Soto home run, and now it's Soriano for the second time. Two walks yesterday for Alfonso. He's now taken 2 or more 6 times this season. Last year he walked 2 or more times in a game just twice all year. He's walked 6 times on the homestand, and even though he's 2 for 16, he has scored 4 runs. So that's very encouraging to see that he's taking his walks.
Especially good to see because we know his legs are 100% healthy since coming back off the disabled list most recently. Had a real good chance to heal up those legs, get them healthy and strong, and he has been running aggressively on the bases recently.
There's another walk. Sunday, August 31st, come on out. The first 20,000 fans will receive an autographed Alfonso Soriano baseball. Compliments of Visit Vegas. The first 20,000 fans will get a scratch and win card. 500 random winners will get that autographed baseball. 2 strikes on Ryan Theriot. Now 1-2. Cubs have already taken 3 walks. 522 on the season, most in the major leagues. This is Kearns in right. And that'll end the inning, but a big inning. DeRosa led it off with a home run for the 4th straight game. 2 batters later after the Edmonds walk, Giovanni Soto with a 2-run shot to left. 3-0.
Tuesday, Chicago looks to dig up another win in the middle of Pirate Country. Cubs, Pirates, Tuesday at 7 on WGN America.
Somebody. You just randomly out there.
What was that?
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Every sip gets you closer to clothing, vacations, millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
Goodbye, Mr. Made Up of Different Stuff guy.
Auto insurance wasn't something I used to get animated about until I switched to Esurance.
Paul is an actual Esurance customer. Here we go, Paul.
With competitive rates and quote-by-print convenience, Esurance makes it easy to save time and money on car insurance.
And don't forget, if you ever run into any trouble, special agents are here to help you 24/7.
Who knew I could be so drawn to my auto insurance company?
Take a fresh look at your auto insurance. Get your quote from Esurance today.
WGN America, your summertime home for baseball. The men of TV are de-evolving from man of the house.
I am the king in my castle.
To man of the couch.
Haven't I heard of you?
You're not a cop, are you?
Just when you think it can't get any worse, these guys show up.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
Watch the men of classic TV go from sophisticated to sauced. Put your mind on rewind with Out of Sight Retro Night on WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
Ball 1 on Austin Kearns. We're in the 3rd inning. Soto on the left, DeRosa on the right, both with home runs in the 2nd. Helping out the starter, Rich Harden, as Kearns turns on it and hits it foul. Now, the way Rich Harden has pitched so far as a Cub, 3-run lead feels pretty good. Long way to go, 1-2. Deep to left for Kearns. And it's fair, and it's a home run. Just tucked it inside the pole. Darryl Cousins made the call at 3rd, and once replay is instituted, which could be soon, They would take another look at it. We'll take another look at it. As Aramis Ramirez discussed it briefly with the third base umpire, but it's now 3-1. You know, unfortunately, as they threw the ball back, that kind of is the unofficial signal of a home run by a visitor. When the fans throw it back, if it were foul, they wouldn't throw it back.
No, we're not even sure that's the home run ball that came flying back onto the field, but I get your point.
They don't throw back foul balls.
Well, Austin Kearns, of course, former member of the Cincinnati Reds, 13 career homers against the Cubs. 10 of them have come here at Wrigley.
So that's the first run allowed by the Cubs on the homestand in the first 3 innings. First run scored by the Nationals in the series before the 6th. That one hit well by Hernandez. Jim Edmonds will get there with the running catch.
Long run for Edmonds. A wind just feathered that line drive to the gap in right center, giving him plenty of time to get underneath and make a nice running catch. Now, if ever there was an overmatch in the game today, it should be this at bat. Jason Bergman 0 for 36 with 19 strikeouts on the season. Is yet to draw a walk or put down a sacrifice bunt.
Just look back. That's the first run on the homestand allowed in the first 5 innings of any ball game. It's kind of hard to believe the Cubs have lost twice this week, considering how dominating the starting pitching has been early in ball games. Soto makes a catch and foul ground, so Bergman now 0 for 37. There's no better place for Cubs fans to hold an event than Harry Carey's Italian Steakhouse in Chicago, Rosemont, or Lombard, or Harry Carey's Tavern in Wrigleyville. Call 773-HOLY-COW or visit harrycareys.com to plan your event today. Willie Harris bunts toward first, and it's foul. They're scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd in Milwaukee. Pirates and the Brewers, Paul Maholm and CC Sabathia. Good matchup of lefties. That's a fair ball to Darrell Ward. He'll take it unassisted, and that's the inning. Kearns led off the inning with a home run, and it's now 3-1.
Like the ad says, there's hardwood floors throughout.
Nice.
Hey, you want a Bud Light?
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. By splitting the rent, there's more money for Bud Light.
Great.
Ready to see your room?
Yeah.
Hey, roomies, say hi to Brian.
The thing is,
make yourself at home.
Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
That chili is not sitting well.
Hey, look, I know your fancy little gizmo here is going to tell you to take the highway because it seems faster, but trust me, been doing this a long time, and I got a little shortcut. The next light, you're going to want to take a look.
Left.
Okay, but here's the part no one knows. You're going to want to take the second left. But you can't go straight this time of day, so you're going to want to...
They're right. Park Street.
Park Street is...
Is that a new suit?
With its exclusive IQ routes, the new TomTom Go uses real drive times to calculate the fastest route. TomTom, go confidently.
It's time for everyone to seize power. The power to clean tooth by tooth and reduce up to twice as much plaque as a regular manual brush. The power to demand a dentist-like smooth, clean feeling every day. Power to the people. Oral-B.
power of pizza in a bite-sized snack. Totino's Pizza Rolls.
This is a strawberry Pop-Tart. And this is the warm, fresh-baked taste of a strawberry toaster strudel. See the difference? Pillsbury Toaster Strudel. The one kids want to eat.
Blowing outside on Aramis Ramirez as we're underway in the bottom of the third. 2 balls, no strikes. So much for the wind blowing in. 3 home runs.
Go figure.
Still have to make your pitches. Three and 1. Bergman stands 6'4", 216 pounds. Drops in a breaking ball for strike 2. He'll turn 27 next month. An 11th round pick of the then Expos out of Rutgers in 2002. They haven't been the Expos since 2004. High blast to left. Harris on the warning track, and Ramirez is out. Well, he told me on the leadoff man he doesn't think about the wind when he's at the plate. The 2 homers he hit yesterday didn't need any help. This one did, and he didn't get it.
Hey, you think of most of Aramis Ramirez home runs, at least the ones that jump to mind quickly, are line drives that aren't really affected too much by the winds here at Wrigley Field. However, that one, a towering fly ball that, with just a little help from the wind, probably gets out of here, but not today.
Ward fouled out to third his first time. Ahead in the count, 2-0. There's another deep drive. Millage on the track. Has enough space. This has been an interesting start.
Yeah, the Cubs are feeling their oats today. A couple of balls that normally would have been way out of here, knocked down by the wind on the warning track. One to left field, one to center field.
Does that tell you that Bergman's saying, I don't care if I've given up 2, I'm still going to pitch to contact?
That's his game. I mentioned he likes to throw that 4-seamer across the top of the zone. 3 fly ball outs for every ground ball out. That's his game. He works the top of the zone. He throws a lot of breaking pitches that stay up in the zone.
Hasn't yet thrown DeRosa a fastball in this at bat. After he took him deep last time. Now the cat and mouse game. All right, he hasn't thrown me a fastball. Maybe he will here. Well, he thinks I'm going to throw him a fastball. Still hasn't thrown one. 2-2.
Little slider off the outside corner that time. You know, we talk about it all the time with opposing teams, and we mentioned Ronnie Belliard coming into this series for the National had been their hottest hitter. Maybe not the guy you would normally point at in a lineup, but if you look at the Cubs right now, Mark DeRosa is that guy.
It's thrown out by Hernandez, and for the first time, the Cubs go down 1-2-3. They lead 3-1.
Honey, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just had a bad dream. I'm gonna go check on the kids. Here it is.
What's that?
Oh, you know, that life insurance we talked about? It's been on my mind.
You mean Life Choice from Colonial Penn?
Yeah, the one we really liked, right? Look, this is whole life insurance. What do you think?
I think you'd feel more secure if we had some permanent insurance. I would.
You're right.
We can't just rely on my coverage at work.
And with Life Choice, we'd have coverage that we can count on and a premium that's locked in. No increases ever, guaranteed.
She's right. Your rate is guaranteed and it won't go up. If you're between the ages of 18 and 75, you can apply for up to $25,000 of coverage with Life Choice from Colonial Penn. Your rate can never go up and your coverage can never go down or be canceled. It's permanent whole life insurance. Some plans simply stop at 65 or 70, and some have rates that go up year after year. Not Life Choice. It has a locked-in benefit and a locked-in rate. Guaranteed. You can apply for up to $25,000 in coverage at an affordable rate with no medical exam. Just answer a few simple health questions. Once accepted, your coverage is permanent with no rate increase ever. And it builds cash value, too. Call now for free information.
Getting Life Choice will put both our minds at ease.
Come on, let's go back to sleep.
A good night's sleep.
Call 1-800-923-4443 to receive free information, and we'll mail you our beneficiary planner absolutely free. Call 1-800-923-4443 or visit our website, colonialpenn.com. There's no obligation, so call now.
Beautiful day. Wind blowing in. Very comfortable temperatures. Cubs will hit the road for a quick 3-game series in Pittsburgh and then right back here Thursday night against the Phillies. Strike one on switch hitting Christian Guzman. Two-time All-Star. He played third base for the first time in his career in the All-Star game this year. One ball, 2 strikes. As a major leaguer, not counting the All-Star game, he has played one position, short. Slicing drive, and he's retired by Soriano.
Well, it's time for today's AT&T text poll question. The Cubs go for their 80th win today, so with 33 games left in the season, we ask you, do you think the Cubs will win 100 games this season? Text A to 97999 for yes. Text B for no. Again, text your response to 97999. We'll give the results later in the game. Poll is brought to you by the new AT&T. See what's new at the new AT&T. Visit AT&T.com for details.
One and one on Ryan Zimmerman. Nobody in the Cubs dugout is going to do this, but we can. Talking about 100 wins. Cubs would have to go 21-12 the rest of the way to win 100 games. So it's very possible. So last thing on Lou's mind. Big swing by Zimmerman. On the other side of it, the Nationals have to go 17-15 to elude a 100-loss campaign. Struck him out.
Well, why is first team to 80 wins significant? Because over the last 5 seasons, that's what those teams have done. The first team to 80 wins in each respective season. To follow the lead of the 07 Red Sox.
Absolutely. Millage with 2 outs, 5 Ks for Rich Harden. Did a quick look back here. Last 100 win campaign I could find in Cubs history. 1935. when they went 154 under Charlie Grimm, and they won the pennant. The last time the Nationals lost 100, they were the Expos, and it was 1976. They went 55 and 107 that year. Maniactus Club has dropped 13 of 15. They have a chance as Millage swings and misses to win this season series. They trail today. Rich Harden and the Cubs lead 3-1.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Hey, we landed. In the middle of the road. Hop in, there's room.
There's one thing. We're nudish.
Wow.
Ugh.
Rear view camera. Ride ready. The new Pilot, only from Honda.
Come on, what woman doesn't melt when they hear an accordion?
By the time I met Randy, I knew what I was looking for.
Everybody's complex. We oversimplify ourselves and we oversimplify each other a lot.
What's been surprising about love is that it's a lot easier than I thought it would be.
It feels good not to have to be anything other than who you are. I put that on my eHarmony thing, by the way, is me playing the accordion.
Did you?
No.
Log on and review your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
Now remember, Dad, you can take a picture, crop it, and post it to the web, all right?
And Mom, it's called a Bluetooth headset. It's built right in, okay?
And if you have any trouble at all, call us.
You know, or text.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm so proud of them.
Get your family ready for back to school with the network. Get cool LG exclusives at amazing prices, like the NV2 for just $79.99 from America's most reliable network, Verizon Wireless.
1-0 on Jim Edmonds. Make it 2-0. He walked and scored on the 2-run homer by Soto in the third inning. Yeah, first day of school for many students tomorrow. So this is a school night. 3-1 Cubs.
Uh-oh. Truant officers here today.
They show up on time.
I hope you brought enough gum for everybody.
Ball 4, Edmonds has been in a bit of a slump, but he's still getting on base. That's good to see. Also good to see Bob Brenly's post on our WGN Baseball blog on Instant Replay. Click on the sports link when you go to WGNTV.com. Look for Len and Bob's Baseball blog. We'll also have game notes from Stats, our new Baseball Buddy feature, and a link to our current podcast. Once again, WGNTV.com. Click on sports. Look for the link to Len and Bob's blog. So what are your thoughts? You like Instant Replay on WGN Sports? 9:40 on Sundays?
You have to check the blog.
Oh, the other Instant Replay. Okay. I do check the blog every day. And we will record a new podcast right after the ball game. So early in the week, maybe after you get out of school tomorrow, you can check it out. We'll be there smiling, as always. Runner goes on the 2-1. Little blooper.
Back.
Could be trouble. It's caught, and it'll be trouble for the Cubs as Edmonds is doubled up. Hate to keep harping on the wind, but if the wind's blowing out, that might end up being a base hit. But it came right back to the second baseman, Hernandez, and it ends up being a double play.
A hit and run. Edmonds didn't immediately find the ball. I think he thought it was hit deeper than it really was from our Southwest RoboCam. You can see how close he was to second base when he finally discovered where the ball was, and there's not enough time to get back to the bag at first.
Easy play. Willie Harris. Fontenot done. Cubs done in the 4-3-1 they lead.
You can spike one. You can ride one. You can catch one. But it's still not summer until you open one. Introducing Bud Light Lime. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. It's in the lime. Bud Light Lime.
So, Kate, why are you an Esurance customer?
Esurance is the only auto insurance that makes me feel animated. My life is kind of busy. Sometimes it's hard to find what I need, like my insurance cards.
With Esurance, there's no more paperwork.
Everything's online, where it's easy to find. That means Esurance customers like me save a lot of paper, which also helps our environment.
Get your fast, free online quote today.
Get animated about your auto insurance with Esurance.
Okay, here we go. Come on around this way. All right, come on back. Come on back. Now I'm coming to you. Coming to you. Now move. That's it. Throw it in. Move. Move. That's it. Pass it here. Keep moving. That's it. That's the way to work. Here we go. Good. React. Good hustle. Movement is a big part of my life. But 10 years ago, arthritis pain nearly ended my career.
If you're one of the 11 million Americans with activity-limiting arthritis, DePuy Orthopedics, a Johnson & Johnson company, has hip and knee solutions that can help you move more naturally than you ever thought possible.
I couldn't move without these hips.
To learn more, visit DePuyUSA.com. Remember, joint replacement is not for everyone. There are potential risks, and recovery takes time. Success depends on factors like age, weight, and activity level. You and your surgeon will know if surgery is right for you.
My advice, don't wait. Keep moving and never stop moving.
DePuy Orthopedics, a Johnson & Johnson company.
Cubs lead 3-1. Do you think he knows what's on his hat?
There's a varmint on your hat.
Ronnie Belliard leading off the fifth for the Nationals. Two 2-0 the count. Harden has not had to work from the stretch all day. The only hit he's allowed was the home run to Kearns. So we want to know, did the White Sox bat out of order? That's over Terrio, and that's their second hit, and Harden will have to work from the stretch. Let's take a look at our upcoming WGN-produced baseball schedule in high definition, sponsored by Comcast. Tomorrow, the Sox and the Orioles will finish their suspended game beginning at 5 on WCIU Channel 26. Followed by the regularly scheduled game. We'll have White Sox warm-up between games for you. Tuesday night, we're in Pittsburgh, Game 2. Cubs and the Pirates at 6 on WGN Sports. Thursday night, back home. First of 4 with the Phillies at 7.
Well, you mentioned Rich Harden for the first time in this ball game working from the stretch position, and sometimes it can take a little bit of an adjustment, a hitter or two, to get used to pitching out of the stretch. Of course, your goal every day as a starter is to go out there and avoid the stretch.
Big swing by Flores. You know that White Sox, quote, batting out of order, that'll be legit tomorrow because they'll be in Baltimore finishing the suspended game, but they'll be the home team. We knew it'd be fixed. No problem. Washington and the guys out there do a great job on the scoreboard, updating all those scores constantly. Two strikes on Flores. Belliard at first, just off the plate. Still all zeros in Milwaukee. Pirates and the Brewers. See St. Louis leading the Braves 4-3. Albert Pujols has hit his 28th home run. There's a high drive sending Soriano over. He will get there and send Belliard back to first.
I would imagine Fred and the guys out in that scoreboard have a big stack of zeros out there. More than any other number, we see that zero go up on the board.
That's a great view from up there. One ball, no strikes on Austin Kearns.
And paranoia being rampant as it is in Major League Baseball. When visiting teams come in here to Wrigley, or any ballpark for that matter, that has something that's a little out of the ordinary out there in center field, your first suspicion is always they're doing something to tip the pitches to the Cubs hitters. So you just have one of your coaches, rather than watch the action on the field or pay attention to what it is he normally pays attention to, watch those slots in the scoreboard. See if they're waving a towel. See if the guy's hat on a fastball, hat off on a breaking ball. And to the best of my knowledge, at least in the games I was involved with, no shenanigans going on out there.
Arden will throw to first. Belliard back. All the runs have come on home runs. 2 for the Cubs, 1 for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hey, music fans, the Allman Brothers Band is coming to the Charter One Pavilion on Northerly Island Thursday night, presented by Bud Light and LiveNation.com. You can log on to LiveNation.com for tickets. Bob Weir will kick off the night. The Allman Brothers Band and Bob Weir should be a great night thanks to LiveNation.com and Bud Light. Bud Light keeps it coming. Bob's favorite, the floppy hat.
It's a good day for it. Bright sunshine up above here at Wrigley. The fans that are sitting in the sun probably very comfortable. Combination of the warm sun and the cool breezes.
Not so sure about that painted on t-shirt those guys were wearing, but
somebody hit her
She's
a
ready.
ball.
Good foul by Hernandez. He almost had a shot at that foul ball. 2 down in the inning. The pitcher, Bergman, is on deck. Hernandez, his first time up, hit a ball well that was caught by Edmonds. He's going to get one.
The captain of the Cubs right there. She had the C on the jersey.
Gets away from Soto and allows Belliard to get into scoring position on a wild pitch.
Look, Gio was in pretty good shape to block that ball. It just kind of scooted, came up, Hit him in the chest protector and trickled over into the on-deck circle on the first base side, allowing Belliard to move into scoring position from our Southwest RoboCam. Didn't get far away, but enough for the Nationals runner to advance.
Third wild pitch of the year for Harden. Mentioned his 7 strikeouts. The Cubs became the first staff to get to 1,000 on the season when Ryan Dempster struck out Jesus Flores in the 2nd inning yesterday. They lead the majors once again in strikeouts. They've done it the last 7 straight years, starting with 2001. The last team to have 7 straight seasons leading the majors in strikeouts, the Dodgers, 57-63.
And normally when you talk about the Cubs pitching staff and strikeouts and leading the league, Carlos Zambrano's name's at the top of the list, but he's 3rd on the team in strikeouts this year.
Edmonds blocking the sun, making the catch. Leadoff single goes for naught for the Nationals. Cubs still lead 3-1.
Enough male bonding for one day?
Dude, nasty.
A clean, comfortable room for the lowest price of any national chain is coming right up.
Gross.
Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you.
The generation that swore it would never get old didn't. Welcome to the summer of life. And now there's an official hair treatment of the summer of your life. New Touch of Gray from Just for Men. Lets you keep a little gray. Works gradually. Just comb in, rinse. Party on. Our contribution, your first box of Touch of Gray, free. Keep a little gray with New Touch of Gray.
Attention, diabetics with Medicare.
If you're a diabetic, I have news that could change your life. USA Medical has a new and nearly pain-free way to test your blood glucose. No more painful finger pricks. This new meter allows you to test on your arm or your palm, and it's virtually pain-free. But that's not all. It talks.
Your blood glucose reading is 97.
Seeing and hearing your reading helps confirm accuracy. Best of all, USA Medical will send you one.
I made the call. USA Medical handled everything. The meter and my testing supplies showed up at the front door. Couldn't be easier.
With USA Medical, you can get all your diabetic supplies delivered to your door. They pay shipping, they work with Medicare and your doctors, and they handle the paperwork.
I don't test on my fingers anymore. I use my arm, and I can barely feel it. And I love how this meter talks to me.
Your blood glucose reading is 103.
Change the way you test. Call USA Medical.
Rich Harden here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He is leading 3-1. He's given up 2 hits. He has allowed more than 1 run 1 time in his first 7 starts as a Cub. One thing Rich has made an effort to not do is barehand balls on comebackers as he strikes out. He's suffered a couple of injuries while reaching for balls in the past. Let's check out today's Honda Accord game summary. Visit your Honda dealer and test drive the all-new 268 horsepower Accord V6. Solo home run by Austin Kearns, his 10th here at Wrigley Field, but home runs by DeRosa and Soto in the 2nd. And the Cubs on top by a couple. For Mark, he has homered in 4 straight games. The 0-1 to Soriano, swung on and missed. 0-2. Zimmerman with the backhanded play. So 2 outs.
Here's another look at today's AT&T text poll question. Last chance to vote for whether you think the Cubs will win 100 games this season. Text your response to 97999. Standard message charges apply.
You know, we often worry about Carlos Zambrano reaching for batted balls with his pitching hand. You worry about a bruise, broken finger, whatever. The injuries for Harden in the past have been strains and pulls, not bruises. You know, stretching for the ball, that kind of thing. Hard to tell yourself not to do that when you have a shot at a comebacker.
Well, we talk a lot about instinctive plays, and that's a perfect example of an instinctive play. Common sense would tell you don't stick your bare hand in front of a line drive, but when you're out there on the mound trying to win a ball game and you think you have a chance to knock that ball down, your instincts take over. So yeah, hopefully if he gets any comebackers his way, Rich Harden will be able to get a glove on him.
We mentioned it the other day. One of the players who was traded for Rich, Sean Gallagher, is now on the disabled list with Oakland. He has shoulder fatigue. We hope Sean is not out more than the minimum 15 days. Wish him the best. The Cubs have 2 hits today, but they have both been home runs. Other than that, Berkman's been pretty good. And as he strikes out Terrio to end the 5th. On to the 6th, 3-1.
Scrubs live 7 nights a week at 11 East 8 West on WGN America.
How many years have you been lying to me? A total freak. You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower.
The next available representative will be with you in 4 hours, 10 minutes.
Get your identity stolen, you'll spend day after day on the phone getting it back with calls to the bank, credit cards, the Social Security office, and on it goes.
Please continue to hold.
Fortunately, there's Farmers Identity Shield. For just $65 or less per year, your credit is monitored.
Thank you for holding.
Plus, a personal fraud advocate helps make all those calls. So make only one now to a Farmers agent. 1-800-FARMERS.
It basically took me the whole summer. And I don't know how many times I needed to go to AutoZone, but at least now when I go, it's not on my bike.
Pigskin fans unite, because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A-game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Mode.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 8 East 5 West on WGN America.
Hey, Cubs fans, we want to remind you that you can get official Cubs text and video alerts on your mobile phone. Text Get Cubs to 65246. Strike one from Harden to Bergman. Fouled back. Well, Bergman has given up 3 runs in 5 innings. If he can get through the 6th unscathed, he could end up with a quality start. The Nationals are 5 games under 500 in games in which their starting pitcher gives them a quality start. So they're last in the majors in winning percentage and quality starts. 8 strikeouts now for Harden. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Love to laugh? So do we. Tonight, we're rewinding your mind with 3 comedy classics. WKRP in Cincinnati, Newhart, and The Honeymooners. Only on WGN America.
Well, Bergman striking out, making him 0 for 38 on the year. Well, through the end of last week, the overall winning percentage among all teams in games in which they get a quality start is just under 72%. So you win more than 7 out of every 10 quality starts. And the Nationals are under 500 in that category. Not very good, as Harris is going to fly out to Jim Edmonds. Well, that happens when you're last in the majors in runs.
Well, they're last in the majors in a lot of offensive categories. To waste that kind of pitching when you do get those quality starts from your starters, you would expect to win at least half of those games. Nationals dead last in batting average, slugging percentage, on base percentage, runs scored, as you mentioned. And they're missing some key pieces of their offense, no question about it.
Guzman with 2 outs, swing and a miss. Get well wishes go out to Kate Kestel as she recovers from breast cancer. We want to wish her well and thank her and her entire family for being huge Cub fans. It's a note from Rod Kestel, who played for Jim Hendry at Creighton. Happy birthday wishes go out to a big Cubs fan, Joni Gillickson in Pleasanton, California. Happy 68. Also happy birthday wishes to Kristen Benjaminson, big Cubs fan. And Eric and Lisa Sorensen of Oak Park, Illinois, were married 17 years ago today. Their first date was here in the Wrigleyville neighborhood. Yes, they could not get into Wrigley Field because it was sold out.
So they got married.
They got married 4 years later. That was their first date. They couldn't get in. Darryl Ward comes in. Little flip to Harden. Nicely done. Still 3-1 Cubs.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer.
Somebody. You just randomly out there. You were so jealous. What was that?
It's nothing.
Yeah,
nothing at all.
Gets you closer to clothing, vacations, millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
Goodbye, Mr. Made Up of Different Stuff guy.
Here at this modern-day watering hole, this urban Serengeti, it's man meets reptile.
So, Lucy, what are you doing?
Just a little online shopping.
You should check out Geico.com. Get a free rate quote. If you like what you see, you can buy it online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Cool.
Remarkable. Oh, no. Help! Did you hear something?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hey, Billy.
Kevin. Ooh, Johnsonville brats. Brat day.
Hey, how about some chicken? Do I look like a chicken guy? Give me one of those. Hey, dude. Want chicken? Absolutely. Not. No, brat. That one. The last one right there. My last brat? Yeah, that's right.
It is tough giving up that last juicy Johnsonville brat.
Oh, looking for these?
Yes, you're the best. Oh, pie, hon.
Just make sure I get one.
Flavor up with Johnsonville brats.
Tuesday, Chicago looks to dig up another win in the middle of Pirate Country. Cubs, Pirates, Tuesday at 7 on WGN America.
Aramis Ramirez making his 115th career start in the 3-hole in a lineup. First time this season. With Derek Lee out of the lineup with the upper back spasms. No balls, 2 strikes. Darryl Ward hitting cleanup right behind Ramirez, and then Mark DeRosa here in the 6th. Lots of strikes today from Rich Harden. 67 of his 91 pitches have been in the zone. Popped up shallow right. Hernandez looking back at Kearns, and it's going to drop right in front of Kearns. It's the classic, I got it, you take it. And a bloop double for Ramirez.
We talked about the depth of the Washington outfielders earlier in the ball game, and that was one time it really hurt him. Kearns with a long run to catch up to that little pop-up to the right side. Very tough play for the second baseman going out. You can see him exchanging glances. And then the ball drops in front of Kearns and momentarily gets away, allowing Ramirez to advance all the way to second base.
We both thought the other guy was going to get it. Let's see if the Cubs can take advantage. Already leading by 2. Outside on Darrell Ward.
Still extremely deep in the outfield are the Nationals outfielders. Even with that wind blowing now almost straight in from center field.
Ward spent part of the 2006 season in a Nationals uniform. 78 games. He hit .308 with 6 home runs. Just 104 at bats. Zimmerman's calling for it. And he makes a catch.
Time to see how you voted on today's AT&T text poll question. The Cubs are 79-50. We ask whether you think the Cubs are going to win 100 games this season. And the overwhelming majority of you feel that the Cubs will reach the 100 victory plateau this season, 87% to 13%. See what's new at the new AT&T. Visit AT&T.com for details.
Well, again, it's not insurmountable. The biggest obstacle will be a lot of September will be against teams with winning records and on the road. But based on what we've seen so far, Cubs absolutely could do it. I think there's a pretty good chance if you win 100, you're going to get into the playoffs.
Take your chances. Win 100, take your chances.
A win today would be their 80th of the season in their 130th contest. No play for Flores.
Take a look at today's Nissan drive of the game. Mark DeRosa has been doing this on a daily basis. His 4th consecutive game, hitting a home run, this time to the opposite field, putting the Cubs on the board back at the bottom of the 2nd inning. Mark DeRosa with our Nissan drive of the game.
He went. And he's out. That's Eric Cooper at first base who made the call.
I don't know. Didn't look like it with the naked eye. We'll get a chance to take a look at a replay here. Didn't look like it on the replay either. I think DeRosa was able to hold up that time, but on appeal down to Eric Cooper at first base, he said he went too far.
It's about the only thing that hasn't gone right the entire homestand for Mark. Charlie Manning up in the bullpen. We have Edmonds a lefty here, Soto next, and then another lefty, Mike Fontenot. But there are 2 outs, 2-0 the count. Edmonds has walked both times. Pirates got a run in the 5th. In Milwaukee, they're now in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Pittsburgh. An RBI single by Ryan Domit of CC Sabathia. Inside corner. 2-2.
One of the rare times that Bergman comes inside on a left-hander, this time with a breaking ball up high, gets the call from home plate umpire Angel Hernandez. It was the 100th pitch of the ball game for Jason Bergman.
Smothered by Flores. Well, Sabathia threw 6. Has thrown 96 pitches today for Milwaukee. Rich Harden has thrown 91 through 6 here. Nobody up in the pen for the Cubs. As Edmonds turns on a ground ball, Belliard will step on first. We'll go to the 7th. Cubs 3, Nationals 1.
Turk's gonna be a dad.
Carla's starting to push. Tell Turk.
Your baby has a tail. I told her to stay away from the microwave. Next Scrubs, tonight at 11.
Perfect beer deserves the perfect pour. Right down the middle, releasing all the flavor. Perfect.
Well, call me a perfectionist.
The generation that swore it would never get old, didn't. Welcome to the summer of life. And now there's an official hair treatment of the summer of your life. New Touch of Gray from Just for Men. Lets you keep a little gray. Works gradually. Just comb in, rinse. Party on. Our contribution, your first box of Touch of Gray, free. Keep a little gray with New Touch of Gray.
Here's a tip. Order a Budweiser on draft. It's kept cold from the brewery to the distributor to the tap. Can't get a more refreshing Budweiser than that.
I thought I was supposed to tip you.
You still can.
Pigskin fans unite, because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Bowl.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 8 East 5 West on WGN America.
Final voting for the Baby Ruth Ultimate 7th Inning Stretch Competition is going on now. Visit Cubs.com and help determine who you think should sing the 7th Inning Stretch at the Cubs game on September 1st. Only 10 finalists left. We need your help. Don't forget to visit Cubs.com and vote for who you think deserves the title of Ultimate Cubs fan. Some great choices. And we look forward to September 1st when the winner will sing. Cubs leading 3-1. We're in the 7th. Nationals haven't had a lot of chances. Zimmerman, who went 3 for 4 yesterday, has struck out both times today. Well, Mike Cameron just knocked in Corey Hart with a single, and it's 1-1. Pirates and the Brewers in the bottom of the 6th. Caught the corner on a fastball, 2-1. We will start to see some action in the Cubs bullpen. Carlos Marmol has just grabbed a baseball. And getting all stretched out. Threw just 4 pitches yesterday. How about Ryan Dempster? As he got out of the 8th inning. Called strike 3. That's his 9th.
Chicago Cubs baseball from Wrigley Field on WGN Sports. Your official summer baseball station is brought to you by Bud Light. Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
Mr. John Cusack, huge baseball fan, Chicago area native, will handle the stretch today. Getting all ready. I think John's been at like every game on this homestand.
He's upset to be here today because this is the worst seat he's had all week. He's been right down there on top of the action.
Millage went 2-1. Change-up strike, 2-2. Well, this will be the last inning for Harden either way. He's due up third in the bottom of the seventh. A 3-2 pitch, bounced straight back. Our stage manager in the booth, Paul Oscroba, excited to meet John Cusack. Yeah, good. Nice photo taken. Swing and a miss. That's 10 strikeouts for Rich Harden. Fifth time he has struck out 10 in his 8 starts as a Cub. Wow.
There's been a pretty even split between strikeouts with fastballs and strikeouts with changeups in the game today from our Southwest RoboCam. Lasting's Millage, victim number 10.
Look at that. One and one. Delivery. Big swing by Belliard. 2-2. And he's a strike away now from tying his career high. What the fans want. .96 on the fastball. He is emptying the tank here in the seventh.
That's the best heater we've seen from him in the ball game today. Really let that one go.
Got him! He strikes out the side. Time to sing the stretch.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, world-renowned actor and Chicago native, John Cusack.
All right, Chicago, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jams. I don't care if I ever get knocked out. It's root for. If they don't get it, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs. Keep it going for Harry.
Bite! No! Give me a bite!
Girls, enough family time for one day? Luckily, a clean, comfortable room for the lowest price of any national chain is coming right up. Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you.
That's her 4th free sample.
And I still can't taste the fiber.
Yeah, what's the deal? Fiber One yogurt. This is too good to be fiber.
It's too creamy to be fiber.
May I be of assistance?
Yes, I've tried all of these yogurts, and there's no fiber in any of them.
Actually, there is. It's on the box.
So we gotta eat the box to get the fiber?
20% per serving.
She's almost had a whole day's worth already.
Fiber One yogurt. Cardboard, no. Delicious, yes.
How many years have you been lying to me?
A total freak.
Yeah, your freak brother.
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
When were you going to tell me this?
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower. Here's a joint.
Guaranteed to knock you on your butt.
Excuse me?
There's no way to get me out of here now. Things are just getting good.
Jason Bergman's still on. Rich Harden has tied his career high with 11 punch-outs, no walks for Rich. And a 1-1 count on Giovanni Soto. Did he get a piece of Flores on his backswing? I think he might have. Not the first time that's happened this weekend. John Cusack with us in the booth. It's been a fun week, John, hasn't it?
Unbelievable. What a homestand. What a homestand for the Cubs.
Now, your nephew Dylan was with you here.
Yep.
Singing, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't let me come up to the booth and sing alone. So
Dylan is Joan's son, correct?
Yeah, that's Joni's son.
Is Joan here at the ballpark?
She's not. She's with my other nephew, Miles, who had a crucial appointment with some Lego today.
Gotcha.
That he couldn't get around.
2-2.
Well, we were joking about it a little bit, but you've been here every day this homestand.
Oh yeah, I just got back from working out of town, and whenever I can, I want to get back as many games in as I can, especially this season, which looks like it's been magical so far. And you know, knock on wood, I just want to keep it going.
No question. 3-2 on Soto. Yeah, you've been pretty busy here lately.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff coming up, right?
Yeah. It's can't complain.
Swing and the miss. Soto strikes out. It's the 6th strikeout for Bergman. And then here comes Mike Fontenot. So hanging with Eddie Vedder and Chris Chelios a little bit this week, huh?
Yeah, Chris has the he won the Stanley Cup, of course, with Detroit, so he brought it back to his hometown and took it out on the field. So it was pretty. It's been pretty fun hanging around the Stanley Cup and celebrating with Chris. I hope he comes back to Chicago to finish his career.
Did you check out the two shows, Eddie's shows this week?
Yeah, I saw Eddie's show. Amazing. Did an acoustic set, just him alone on the stage. It was pretty impressive to see a guy command the stage by himself with a guitar that long.
Did you see his first pitch yesterday as he tumbled off the mound?
Chelly's or Eddie's?
Eddie's.
How'd he do?
He threw a slider in the dirt and then did a somersault. Hi, Eddie. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, to say it was an unorthodox follow-through would be a little bit of an understatement. He came off the mound and went into a somersault.
I don't think he was fully rested from the night before. That's my guess.
That's probably true.
I think if he had a few more hours sleep, he wouldn't have skipped it.
Cubs lead 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Fontenot drives that ball toward the gap. And it'll go all the way to the wall. At least a double for Mike. He's going to stop at second base. John, in your estimation, just watching this team from afar and now here in person this week, what's been the most impressive thing you've seen?
I think probably there's so many things that are amazing. You can think of having Woody come back, having Dempster make the switch, but having Mark DeRosa play 4 positions and put up the numbers he's put up, having 2 guys that you claim off of basically waivers, right? Or you didn't trade for, put up 110 RBIs with a month to go on a center field production, Reed Johnson and center fielders, and then having everybody, all the other guys on the bench come through like Fontenot and Cedeno all playing up to their potential. And everything's working.
We'll take a break. Pitching change here. We'll tell you about the Nationals reliever when we come back.
flap.
The Labor Day sale. Great savings and financing this comfortable won't last long. Comfort, it's what we do. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
How many years have you been lying to me?
A total freak.
Yeah, your freak brother.
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
When were you going to tell me this?
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower.
Here's a joint. Guaranteed to knock you on your butt.
Excuse me?
There's no way to get me out of here now. Things are just getting good.
Pigskin fans unite, because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Mode.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 80s 5 West on WGN America.
Time to have a ball with our friends at the Illinois Lottery. And the have a ball going back to yesterday. There's the slider. Great stuff from Eddie Vedder. He didn't really do that 3 times, but it took some artistic license. Now, is that one of Soto's helmets?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it has
He's got the hard hat going, which is a really good look.
And backwards, too. I like
backwards
that.
Hard hat.
Yeah.
Backwards hard hat, yeah. I think he got it from Sinatra.
Stephen Shell, the pitcher against pinch hitter Kosuke Fukudome. Fontenot at second with 1 out. As you see the numbers for the right-hander Shell. So Stephen Shell today. We'll see Ian Snell Tuesday night at Pittsburgh. Kind of an unfortunate last name for a pitcher, Bob. Shell. That's what the Cubs are trying to do to him.
That's what they'd like to do to him, although he's limited the opponents this year. They've only batted 189, one of the few bright spots in that Nationals bullpen this year.
Then you think about Ryan Theriot hitting .315.
Ooh, deep to right for Kosuke. Gone! Out of the lineup today. He really has been scuffling, and Lou said, don't worry about hitting home runs.
Well,
Bam!
I was going to say the one thing I was hoping for would be that Kosuke could get back on track the way he was the first couple months of the season. So all you got to do is ask with this Cubs team.
We might see a curtain call here. Woo! Well, that is great to see. No curtain call, but they were up. That has to feel great for Kosuke.
Great to get him back on track.
Oh, yeah. He had an extended sit-down with Lou Piniella this morning in his office, just kind of talking about some of the things that Lou thought he could do differently to maybe help snap out of the slump. They're going to do some physical work tomorrow in Pittsburgh before the ball game, but yeah, hitting a line drive home run to right field, that'll solve a lot of your problems.
Yeah.
They're trying to shorten his stride a little bit. Soriano bounces. Zimmerman backhands. Throw gets past Belliard. Hernandez backing it up. It'll be an error on Zimmerman.
Now keep an eye on the stride of Kosuke Fukudome on this home run to right field. We mentioned they're trying to shorten it up a little bit. Still has the high leg kick, but the foot came down almost in the same area as where he picked it up. Boy, I'd stand corrected. He did get out there quite a ways. From the center field camera, it looked like he had shortened it up. That looked very similar to the stride he has been featuring, but he got a much better result. Our Southwest, how far did it fly? 356 feet down the right field line.
That was a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, really no doubt about it. Theriot with the inside-out swing. Base hit. Soriano around to third as Kearns gets it back in. We're with John Cusack. Cubs lead 5-1.
I was here the other day, and the Cubbies won, and they sang the song. The Cubs left the field. Nobody left.
No, nobody wants to leave.
Nobody wants to leave the park. I don't want to leave the park.
It's a big party.
But from the Southwest RoboCam, how many times have we seen this from Ryan Theriot this year? That patented inside-out swing. Dunks it out there in front of Austin Kearns. Cubs have it cooking, first and third.
A double, a 2-run pinch hit home run. First pinch hit home run of Kosuke's career, his 9th homer of the season. The error by Zimmerman allowing Soriano to reach. Then a single by Theriot. Now strike one to Aramis Ramirez. Well, you saw the Eddie Vedder show. Have you seen any other good rock shows this year? Or has it been all work?
I was actually in the. I was in Asia, so I was working, so I didn't see any acts out there. So Eddie was my first show for a while.
You ever get back in town for Lollapalooza? We've been fortunate. We've been home here the last couple of years to get over there.
Yeah?
It's been good.
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen that one for a couple of years.
You see Flores wants it down, and Theriot back easily to first. The shot went off the rubber.
Now, there's a little urban legend going on. I talked to Kerry after the game. He said that Zambrano in batting practice hits the ball farther than anybody on the team, and he said that he hit the scoreboard. Is that true, or is that flavor?
The first part is absolutely true, that he hits the ball farther than anybody. Bob, have you heard that he's hit the scoreboard?
I don't know if he said the scoreboard, but he said up well up into the stands.
Just beneath the scoreboard.
Yeah, I've seen him go into the bleachers underneath the scoreboard out there.
That's still unbelievable.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, he's had an amazing year at the plate. The 2-1. Ground ball. They'll get one, but not two, and Aramis gets an RBI as Soriano scores the unearned run.
91.
Good call. You know your stuff. 91 RBIs for Aramis. He had 6 yesterday. And it's now 6-1.
Little cue shot off the end of the bat here. It's going to be tough to turn that double play, especially with Ramirez busting out of that batter's box. He knows that's an RBI if he can beat that relay throw to first base, so gets in there well ahead of the throw.
So another change.
Well, Shell got shelled.
Yeah, you're right. As Charlie Manning will come in with Darrell Ward due up, 6-1 Cubs.
Like the ad says, there's hardwood floors throughout.
Nice.
Hey, you want a Bud Light?
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. By splitting the rent, there's more money for Bud Light.
Great.
Ready to see your room?
Yeah.
Hey, roomies, say hi to Brian.
The thing is,
make yourself at home.
Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
That chili is not sitting well.
That ball's gone. A home run. Sox win. Sox win. Yes. Cubs win. They win it. Oh, baby.
It's not a dream. You are not hallucinating. You're witnessing the metamorphosis of a new network. WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
Lefty versus lefty. Charlie Manning against Darrell Ward. Lennon Bob along with John Cusack. 1 strike the count. 3 runs here in the 7th. John, you wanted some runs, you got them.
It's been a magical homestand.
in the dirt.
Is Dealey all right? He's not.
He told me today that he's fine. He felt a lot better. I think if it were up to him, he would have started today. But Cubs just being a little extra cautious. And I'm pretty sure if needed, he could pinch hit. Now, the team leads 6-1, so he might not be needed today. But I would bet he'll be back in there tomorrow. He never wants to sit out, ever.
No.
Yeah, I think if this were a key at bat in the ball game right here, this is where we would have seen Derek Lee hitting for Darrell Ward in this situation. And he is available to pinch hit, but given the score, I think he's going to take the rest of the afternoon off.
Who's your favorite all-time Cub?
Boy, it'd be hard to say. There'd be too many. I'll tell you, I did have a ball watching Sammy Sosa here and seeing some of the shows that he put on. But I was talking to Eddie the other day, and growing up, we were both big Jose Cardinal fans. We loved Jose Cardinal.
I saw Jose Cardinal later when he came to the Indians, had the big afro and the hat just kind of balanced on top of it.
We love watching Jose.
Called strike 3 to end the inning, but the Cubs add on Kosuke with a pinch hit 2-run homer. They got another unearned run. It's 6-1. John, thanks so much as always. We'll see you later on down the stretch.
It's not a dream. You are not hallucinating. You're witnessing the metamorphosis of a new network. WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
Hey, everyone. Hey, I'm here to talk to you about 2 ways to save money. 1, by driving fuel-efficient cars, and 2, to let you know the 2008 Honda clearance is going on right now. Honda prides itself on building fuel-efficient cars and was named America's greenest automaker. So get out there and spread the word. The 2008 Honda clearance. And for some deals that can save you some green, go to shophonda.com. I'm Mr. Opportunity, and I approve this message.
The generation that swore it would never get old, didn't. Welcome to the summer of life. And now there's an official hair treatment of the summer of your life. New Touch of Gray from Just for Men. Lets you keep a little gray. Works gradually. Just comb in, rinse. Party on. Our contribution, your first box of Touch of Gray, free. Keep a little gray with New Touch of Gray.
Hey, look, I know your fancy little gizmo here is going to tell you to take the highway because it seems faster, but trust me, I've been doing this a long time, and I got a little shortcut. The next light, you're going to want to take a look.
Left.
Okay, but here's the part no one knows. You're going to want to take the second
left.
But you can't go straight this time of day, so you're going to want to...
Bear right. Park Street.
Park Street is...
Is that a new suit?
With its exclusive IQ routes, the new TomTom Go uses real drive times to calculate the fastest route. TomTom, go confidently.
There's today's Too Much Good Stuff brought to you by AM/PM. We ought to just rename this the Rich Harden Award. Another tremendous outing by the right-hander. Had it all going today. Good fastball in the mid to upper 90s. Tremendous straight changeup. Struck out 11 Nationals hitters. Gave up only 2 base hits. One of them the solo home run by Austin Kearns. Too much good stuff, Rich Harden. Thank you, AM/PM.
Jesus Flores against Carlos Marmol. First pitch swinging. Edmonds camped underneath. He puts it away. 1 out. Kosuke stays in and plays right field. DeRosa moves closer to the plate. He's at second. And Carlos Marmol already with 1 out. "31 hits in 70 innings. It's incredible. He hasn't even given up a hit every 2 innings. Check swing foul. Kearns supplying their only run. leadoff homer in the third. Well, so far as a Cub, what you have come to expect from Rich Harden every time out, and we probably shouldn't, because at some point, well, there'll be an error on Ramirez. So each third baseman with an error. Zimmerman for the Nationals, and now Ramirez for the Cubs. You know, Bob, you hate to expect 6-7 innings, 1 run, 10 or 11 strikeouts every time out, because it's not that easy, but that's what Harden has done.
He's made it look that easy. In his last 3 starts, 19 innings pitched, he struck out 23 opposing batters and given up 1 earned run.
An excellent chance to win his 3rd straight start. That's off the plate inside. Ryan Langerhans on deck for the pitcher Manning. Pretty good ball game. Up the coast. Terrio races over. Makes a catch. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
WGN America, your home for summertime baseball. Keep your eyes here.
Two down. It's Langerhans pinch hitting. Kearns at first. And the pitch. Ball 1. So the Pirates just tied it after Milwaukee took a 2-1 lead. It's 2-2 in the top of the 7th. CC Sabathia is out. He went 6 innings. Gave up 8 hits, 1 run. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 5. David Risky gave up that game-tying run in the 7th. Niger Morgan with an RBI hit. Cardinals lead in the bottom of the 7th, 6-3 over the Braves in St. Louis. Foul pop. And about 6 rows up. $40,682. Who would mind seeing the 12th strikeout by a Cubs pitcher today? Two, that means Kearns will go with the pitch with 2 outs. He runs and it gets past everybody. That's ball 4. So no hits for the Nationals, but they have 2 on for Willie Harris. Cubs pitching coach Larry Rothschild. Harris was the hero for the Nationals on Friday. 2 home runs, including the game-winning grand slam. Been quiet today, 0 for 3. Hitting leadoff for the 21st time this season.
Just barely missed away with a backdoor slider right there. I think that ball four to Langerhans is just an example of what we've seen from time to time from Carlos. The fans get on their feet. They're looking for that last strike to get out of the inning. He gets a little ahead of himself and really rushes his delivery to home plate. Oh, good pitch right there.
Wow. Looked pretty good. Bounced up the middle. Terrio's just going to eat it. The bases are loaded. That's an infield hit. Time for today's Cubs legendary moment, brought to you by the all-new Horseshoe Casino. We go back to September 21st, 1971. Cubs legend Ron Santo with a milestone homer.
300, back. Hey! A home run for Santo, the 300th of his career.
Ronnie's 300th career home run off Hall of Famer Tom Seaver. Today's legendary moment. Thank you to the all-new Horseshoe Casino, where entertainment knows no bounds. 5 of his 342 career homers were off Tom Seaver. Ronnie's styling on getaway day. Bases loaded here. And the 0-1 to Guzman. Swing and a miss. 0-2. The next one. Low and outside. We had him set up 0-2 now. It's 2-2. An error, a walk, and an infield hit here in the 8th. Marmol has his sign. The pitch. It's a foul ball.
I like what I saw that time from Carlos Marmol. Before delivering that 2-2 pitch, the crowd was on their feet once again. He stepped off the back of the mound, took a deep breath, just kind of regrouped before going back after the hitter.
Another 2-2, and it's slapped foul the other way.
So, I mean, it's hard not to get excited when you see 40,000 people on their feet clapping, cheering for strike 3. You just have to keep your emotions in check out there, understand what it is you have to do, and execute that good pitch.
Full count, 3-2, Zimmerman on deck.
It must have been down. It's definitely right over the heart of the plate, maybe a little below the kneecaps as it crossed the front of the plate.
Runners go with the pitch. Called strike 3. Guzman can't believe it. He thought it was ball 4. Hernandez calls him out, and Marmol gets off the hook. Still 6-1. You be the judge.
That's our Bud man. He's always here, rotating stock, checking freshness dates, making sure your Budweiser is always perfect.
Does he make house calls?
I know. My diet? Well, yesterday I had an apple turnover. I know it's sort of my weakness. I always keep it in the house. Well, that and Boston cream pie, white chocolate strawberries. Yeah.
And key lime pie.
Yeah. I've already lost some weight.
YoPlay Light with 14 delicious flavors at 100 calories.
Babe, what are you doing?
If your identity gets stolen, it's not easy trying to get it back. There are calls to your credit card companies, Department of Motor Vehicles, Social Security Office, and on it goes. But with Farmers Identity Shield, you'll get a personal fraud advocate to help make all those calls for you, all for just $65 or less per year. So if your identity gets stolen, you don't have to run around trying to get it back. Call a Farmers agent now at 1-800-FARMERS.
This is Budweiser's new signature glass. It's designed to release the perfect amount of natural carbonation and flavor with every sip. What do you think of that?
I think it's time for a little research.
Change is good. WGN America. TV you can't ignore.
Well, the home plate umpire will occasionally not give you a strike, and we thought he had a fastball called earlier in that sequence, didn't get it. But he got a very borderline slider for strike 3 with the bases loaded. You gladly take it, you get out of the inning with no damage. Still leading by 5, and here's Mark DeRosa. Strike 1. Joel Hanrahan, their closer, is pitching. That was a slider, 1-1. Got a 2-inning save in the final game of that series in Philadelphia as they snapped their 12-game losing streak. And you think about how big that pitch was. Not only do the Nationals keep the inning alive, they bring the tying run to the plate. We don't know how the top of the 8th would have worked out. And at the very least, as DeRosa singles back up the middle, you probably have to use Kerry Wood today at some point. Well, as it is now, with a 5-run lead, Jeff Samardzija in the bullpen. Let's see that final pitch. Pitch of the game, no question.
Well, as you mentioned, there was a fastball earlier in the sequence that didn't go the Cubs' way. Marmol comes back with the slider. It looked like it was in the strike zone initially and then dropped down and into Guzman. He couldn't believe it. See his reaction from our Southwest RoboCam. Well, you're not going to win that argument. I've tried.
Well, there's no question the fastball we saw earlier was a better pitch. 2 strikes. There's Samardzija. Edmonds now 0 for his last 17, but he has reached base twice today and scored in the second on the Soto 2-run homer. Lifted to left, and it's Willie Harris. 1 out, and it brings up Soto.
It's unfortunate that Jim Edmonds has been scuffling at the plate a little bit because it coincided with a time period when the Cubs were facing an awful lot of right-handed pitching. We didn't see Reed Johnson start for over a week. Jim Edmonds playing every day, facing those right-handed pitchers. You know he's going to snap out of it at some point. That was one good thing about that platoon system in center field. Yeah, Jim Edmonds at this stage of his career, if he plays every day, eventually he's either going to break down or you're going to see some diminished returns. That's why it was so nice to have that two-headed monster out there, Reed Johnson, to give Jim Edmonds a blow from time to time and vice versa. It's been a long streak here for Jim Edmonds, facing a lot of right-handed pitching.
Probably won't see Reed back in the lineup until Wednesday afternoon against left-hander Zach Duke. Jeff Karstens and Ian Snell, the first two mound opponents for the Cubs in Pittsburgh. Ted Lilly against Karstens tomorrow night. Carlos Zambrano and Ian Snell Tuesday, and we'll have that one for you right here on WGN Sports. Kearns will catch to retire Soto. And DeRosa still at first with 2 gone. Ronnie Cedeno now bats for Marmol.
It'll be interesting to see how the Cubs handle Karstens this time around. He was spectacular against them his first start. Went 6 innings, gave up only 5 hits, did not allow a run in that ball game.
And he was even better in his next start at Arizona. Right now 2-2 with a 2.25 ERA with the Pirates. They got him from the New York Yankees in the Xavier Nady trade. Houston beat the Mets with 2 in the 10th, 6-4 the final at Shea Stadium. Ausmus had the game-winning home run. They hit a couple in that inning, Ausmus and Erstad. Cedeno grounds out to second. We'll head to the 9th. Cubs 6, Washington 1.
On the next Scrubs, Turk's gonna be a dad.
My baby's having a baby!
And Elliot just wants to help.
Carla's starting to push. Tell Turk.
Got it. Your baby has a pain. Told her to stay away from the microwave.
Next Scrubs.
Scrubs tonight at 11.
Somebody. You just randomly out there. So jealous. What was that?
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Every sip gets you closer to clothing, vacations, millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
Goodbye, Mr. Made Up of Different Stuff guy.
It basically took me the whole summer. And I don't know how many times I needed to go to AutoZone, but at least now when I go, it's not on my bike.
Hey, look, I know your fancy little gizmo here is going to tell you to take the highway because it seems faster, but trust me, I've been doing this a long time, and I got a little shortcut. The next light, you're going to want to take a left. Okay, but here's the part no one knows. You're going to want to take the second left. But you can't go straight this time of day, so you're going to want to...
They're right. Park Street.
Park Street is...
Is that a new suit?
With its exclusive IQ routes, the new TomTom Go uses real drive times to calculate the fastest route. TomTom, go confidently.
Time for today's Bud Light Fan Cam from the Cubs Love Fest here at Wrigley. Today's Bud Light Fan Cam, that's Miracle Bra with I'm in Love, 1997. Bud Light keeps it coming. Jeff Samardzija working against Ryan Zimmerman. We're in the 9th inning. Not a save spot with the Cubs leading 6-1. 2-0. Excellent numbers for Samardzija, who is starting in the minors, working in relief and a setup role for the Cubs. We know how he's handled it on the field, those excellent numbers, but he's been very low-key off the field. I have the Sports Illustrated article. I haven't read it yet, but there's an article about the Cubs and their bullpen, and Jeff Samardzija is featured in it. In some ways, it would be easy for him to walk around the clubhouse like he owns the place. But the funny thing about it is, and Jeff Samardzija doesn't do that, but big league players also don't let rookies do that either. He's had to carry the backpack, the candy bag, out to the bullpen.
And that's only the most visible sign we've seen. There have been many other instances when the veteran players keep the youngsters in line, and Jeff Samardzija's right there with the rest of the youngsters.
Golden sombrero for Zimmerman. 4 at-bats and 4 strikeouts. Good late movement on that heater.
Boy, good late movement, a good location. He's got that tailing action on his fastball. Starts it just off of the corner, tails it back to the corner. Very tough pitch to hit, even tougher to take.
Very little action for the Nationals offense. 3 hits. Best chance they had to have a big inning was in the 8th. They did have him loaded with 2 outs, but then Guzman took a 3-2 pitch for a called strike 3 to end it. And it's 1-1 on Millage.
Yeah, we said at the top of the show, you just felt like this was going to be a good day for Rich Harden if he was on top of his game, and he certainly was. But a very aggressive fastball hitting young team in that first base dugout, and with that devastating changeup that Rich Harden throws, he worked his way through this lineup with relative ease today. .96 the pitch speed on that last fastball, but it was out of the zone. 3-1. Pulled to left for a base hit. Here comes Ronnie Belliard. The producer of Cubs baseball on WGN Sports is Pete Thomas. Skip Ellison is our director. Our associate producer, Mark Brady. The executive producer of WGN Sports, Bob Vorwald. Strike 1 on Belliard. Thanks as well to our stage manager in the booth, Paula Ostroba. Production assistants, Ben Hutchinson. Actually, it's Ben's last day, and we thank him for his great work. Samantha Burmeister, just getting started on the job. Our studio coordinator back at WGN, Joe Pizzo, and our entire crew here at Wrigley Field. There's Ben and Samantha. Ben did a nice job. We recorded a little demo tape before the game. Nice snag there by Soto. We'll have to reconfigure that mask. Yeah, we had a little fun with Ben in that promo tape. He's a good sport. Ooh, yeah, that's just a zoom ball right there.
Ward plays behind Millage, with the Cubs leading by 5. Millage can run all he wants. Cubs aren't concerned about him because now there are 2 outs. It's the 14th strikeout for Cubs pitching.
That was a really nice pitch by Samardzija right there. Came back with the split-fingered fastball. Got Belliard way out in front.
1-0 pitch. Too high, 2-0. Cubs have not been 30 over yet. Third time they've been 29 games over 500. It's a foul ball on the check swing by Flores. Still tied in Milwaukee, 2-2. Pirates and the Brewers, bottom of the 8th. Cubs lead the division by 4.5. The calendar right now is their best friend. Just keep winning, keep marking games off that calendar, and the Cubs will be in good shape. 32 to go after this one. Fly to left. This should do it. Soriano will catch. Cubs win. They win their 80th ball game on the year. 80-50. They finish the homestand 4-2. They keep winning series. That's the key. Time to sing.
You better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They got the power, they got the speed to be the best in the National League. Well, this is the year when the Cubs are in. So come on down to Wrigley Field. We're singing now, go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Baseball time is here again. You can catch it all on WGN. So stamp your feet and clap your hands. Chicago Cubs got the greatest band.
Well, Mark DeRosa's with us down on the field. And Mark, Len and Bob with you. I asked you yesterday before the game, how you feeling? You said, I'm feeling pretty good. I kind of knew the answer to the question, but I asked anyway. You're probably still feeling pretty good.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just ride the highs. I don't want to even talk about it. It's the best string I've been in at the plate since I've been in the game. So, you know, you guess right. Sometimes you guess wrong. I've been guessing right a lot right now.
You know, we laugh about it a little bit, Mark, but really that's kind of the same attitude your entire team has right now. It doesn't really matter what happens one day. You come back the next day, go right back to work once again, and I think that's the right attitude to have given where you guys are in the standings right now.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. Bottom line is our starting five is as strong as anybody in the big leagues. Rich Harden showed again what a great pickup he was. Hats off to Jim Henry and Randy Bush for bringing him in. Him and Chad have been awesome additions to the team. And I mean, Dempster's 15-5. Rich goes out there and throws a gem. So once you give the game over to Marmol, Samardzija, and Carey, it's a pretty tough task for the opposition.
And Mark, to take that further, the starters don't give up early runs. You guys generally score that first run, and when you do that, you're like 40 games over 500. I mean, that's nice to know as an offensive player, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Getting on the board today, Gio's home run was huge. Wind blowing in. When you walked into a ballpark, you didn't think there was going to be any home runs hit, and you know, end up three or four being hit. So Gio's ball giving us a 3-0 lead with Rich Harden. I know as a player that's faced him in the past, you fall behind by three or more runs, the game's pretty much over.
I want to ask you a personal question here, Mark. Not personal, it's about your professional life, but you started the game in right field, as you've done many times this year, and then eventually come in to play second base. How much of an adjustment is that during the course of the same ball game?
You know what? I try not to worry about it too much. I definitely feel more comfortable in the infield, and it seems like every time I go in the outfield, the wind's howling, and Quaddy's all over me about where to position guys. Jim Edmonds has been great out there helping me out. Reed Johnson's been great out there helping me. So, I lobby to play in the infield a lot, but guys like Mike Fontenot and Ronnie Cedeno deserve their credit as well and their chance to play.
Nice going, Mark. We'll see you on the plane.
All right, you got it.
That's Mark DeRosa. He has homered in 4 straight games. That's a career high. Budweiser play of the game. His home run today put the Cubs on the board first. Leadoff homer in the second. A perfect balance of taste and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Cubs win 80-50 on the year. 6-1 the final.
Love to laugh? So do we.
Boy, that's great.
Starting Sunday, we're rewinding your mind with 3 comedy classics. WKRP in Cincinnati, Newhart, and The Honeymooners tonight at 7 East, 4 West on WGN America.
Well done. WGN America. TV you can't ignore.
Introducing Bud Light Lime, the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor.
Did you know vitamin D helps kids absorb calcium for good bone growth? Unfortunately, 75% of kids don't get the recommended amounts of both. That's where General Mills can help. Every box of General Mills Big G Kids cereals has both calcium for strong bones and vitamin D to help absorb it. Look for this banner only on General Mills Kids cereals like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Cocoa Puffs. Grow up strong with General Mills Kids cereals.
Hey, Mr. Opportunity here. I've got some really good economic news for you. It's Honda clearance time, the perfect time to get your hands on a brand new Honda. Why Honda? Well, because they last a long time and have better residual value than other cars. True. Look at that legal down below. And that means you can keep more of your money. I live for this stuff. The 2008 Honda clearance. For plenty of ways to keep more of your money, go to shophonda.com. I'm Mr. Opportunity, and I approve this message.
Introducing Bud Light Lime, the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor.
For the Cubs, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 5 left. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 5 left. For the Nationals, Rich Harden's now on 3 straight starts. He's 4-1 with the Cubs. Jason Bergman drops to 2-10, 2 hours, 22 minutes in front of 40,682. Cubs win 6-1 the final. They take the series.
Honey, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just had a bad dream. I'm gonna go check on the kids. Here it is.
What's that?
Oh, you know, that life insurance we talked about? It's been on my mind.
You mean Life Choice from Colonial Penn?
Yeah, the one we really liked, right? Look, this is whole life insurance. What do you think?
I think you'd feel more secure if we had some permanent insurance. I would.
You're right. We can't just rely on my coverage at work.
And with Life Choice, we'd have coverage that we can count on and a premium that's locked in. No increases ever, guaranteed.
She's right. Your rate is guaranteed and it won't go up. If you're between the ages of 18 and 75, you can apply for up to $25,000 of coverage with Life Choice from Colonial Penn. Your rate can never go up and your coverage can never go down or be canceled. It's permanent whole life insurance. Some plans simply stop at 65 or 70, and some have rates that go up year after year. Not Life Choice. It has a locked-in benefit and a locked-in rate. Guaranteed. You can apply for up to $25,000 in coverage at an affordable rate with no medical exam. Just answer a few simple health questions. Once accepted, your coverage is permanent with no rate increase ever. And it builds cash value, too. Call now for free information.
Getting Life Choice will put both our minds at ease.
Come on, let's go back to sleep.
a good night's sleep.
Call 1-800-923-4443 to receive free information, and we'll mail you our beneficiary planner absolutely free. Call 1-800-923-4443 or visit our website, colonialpenn.com. There's no obligation, so call now.
Chicago Cubs baseball, brought to you by Budweiser, who thanks you for being a designated driver. The Chicagoland area Dodge dealers and the all-new 2009 Dodge Journey. AT&T. See what's new from the new AT&T. Visit att.com for details. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. By Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. And by Southwest Airlines. Fees don't fly with us. Visit southwest.com.
Our next broadcast of Cubs baseball on WGN Sports will be Tuesday night from Pittsburgh. Cubs and the Pirates from PNC Park. Game 2 of their upcoming 3-game series. Carlos Zambrano and Ian Snell will hit the air at 6 o'clock Central Time, celebrating 60 years of Cubs broadcasts on WGN. Baseball like it ought to be. Mike Cameron with a home run in the bottom of the 8th. They're in the 9th. And they now have tied it. The Pirates have tied the Brewers. It's 3-3. Cubs beat the Nationals 6-1, so their lead right now at 5. First team to 80 wins here in 2008. Stay tuned. The Chevy Dealers 10th inning show is next.
I can't believe I'm beating Billie Jean King.
You're not beating me. In fact, you haven't even got a serve in.
Okay. You might want to take a gander at the scoreboard. Whoa. What's with the Geico sign, Billie Jean?
They're sponsoring all this.
I get it. I quit, but I get it. Oh, look at that's hilarious.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Superstation WGN is now WGN America. It's not just TV, it's a lifestyle. So quit your job, sell the car, and get ready to plant yourself in front of the tube.
Do not quit your job or sell your car, and if you do, at least make sure you got a backup plan and or you get a good price for it. If you do plant yourself in front of the tube to watch the all-new WGN America, make sure you have plenty of snacks on hand because wild horses, fire and or laser shooting flying saucers will be able to tear you away from the awesome stuff I just mentioned. For real, you've been warned.
WGN America, TV you can't ignore. The men of TV are de-evolving. From man of the house...
I am the king in my castle.
...to man of the couch.
Haven't I heard of you?
You're not a cop, are you? Just when you think it can't get any worse, these guys show up.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
Watch the men of classic TV go from sophisticated to sauce. Put your mind on rewind with Out of Sight Retro Night on WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
It's the Chevy Dealers 10th inning show. Now, here's Len Casper.
Cubs keep piling up series victories. 8 straight series wins of 2 or more games. First time since 1937 they've done that. They've won their last 7 consecutive rubber matches. 6 won the final. They finish up the homestand 4-2. We'll have the highlights next.
Now it's easy to sell your home fast with the no commission company. For sale by owner.com.
We sold our home in 3 weeks.
I had no idea it could be that easy. It really was.
We've helped thousands of people save millions of dollars. We give you lawn signs and a step-by-step guide. We even have advisors on call to answer any questions. Visit forsalebyowner.com now at forsalebyowner.com. Forsalebyowner.com. No commission, lots of help.
Take me out to Esurance. Take me to savings online. Auto insurance that's hassle-free. When you buy it instantly, let me quote. Buy it at Esurance. If you don't save, it's a shame. For it's $100, $200, $300 you can save with the Esurance name.
Save time and money on your auto insurance at Esurance.
Pigskin fans unite.
Because when it comes to football, we've got the games. So, we may not have the games, but we do have the coach.
Well, you had me going there.
That's right. We're bringing our A-game in a no-holds-barred coach marathon.
Your smile is a window to your heart.
It's the Coach Bowl.
Ooh, I like that.
Kicking off this Friday at 80s 5 West on WGN America.
How many years have you been lying to me?
A total freak.
Yeah, your freak brother.
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
When were you going to tell me this?
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
That is so reassuring, my little flower. Here's a joint.
Guaranteed to knock you on your butt.
Excuse me?
There's no way to get me out of here now. Things are just getting good.
This is the Chevy Dealers 10th Inning Show, brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, official sponsor of the Chicago Cubs.
Well, as John Cusack mentioned, nobody wants to leave after the Cubs win. Cubs winning again at home, 49-19 at Wrigley Field. They'll hit the road. They've been a lot better on the road lately, 31-31. When you walk 0 and strike out 11, give yourself a pretty good chance to win, don't you?
Yeah, you give yourself a real good chance to win with the way the Cubs have been playing defense and scoring runs. And Rich Harden just continues his dominance of National League hitting.
Well, he kept the Nationals from getting much, and the Cubs offense today was pretty good. With a wind blowing in, Mark DeRosa takes it up and out the other way off Jason Bergman to lead off the bottom of the second. He has now homered in 4 straight games after a walk to Edmonds. Giovanni Soto turns on one. That's a 2-run homer to left. All of a sudden, it's 3-0 Cubs early on. Been a struggle for Kosuke Fukudome lately. Lou told him before the game, don't worry about home runs, but he hits a line shot down the line as a pinch hitter in the 7th. 2-run blast. And a big strikeout for Carlos Marmol. Got the slider on the inside part of the plate on a 3-2 to Christian Guzman to get out of the 8th inning. Cubs didn't have to use Kerry Wood today, able to save his bullets for another day as Jeff Samardzija gets the final out. Cubs win 6-1 the final. Off to Pittsburgh tomorrow. We'll have a final word and the Culver's sweet defensive play when we return.
The Chevy Dealers 10th Inning Show is brought to you in part by Culver's. Bright smiles, fresh, juicy butter burgers, and velvety smooth frozen custard. Come on into Culver's and get Culverized.
It's not a dream. You are not hallucinating. You're witnessing the metamorphosis of a new network. WGN America. Keep your eyes here. Superstation WGN is now WGN America. It's not just TV, it's a lifestyle. So, quit your job, sell the car, and get ready to plant yourself in front of the tube.
Do not quit your job or sell your car, and if you do, at least make sure you got a backup plan and or you get a good price for it. If you do plant yourself in front of the tube to watch the all-new WGN America, make sure you have plenty of snacks on hand because wild horses, fire and or laser shooting flying saucers will be able to tear you away from the awesome stuff I just mentioned. For real, you've been warned.
WGN America, TV you can't ignore. The men of TV are de-evolving from man of the house.
I am the king in my castle.
To man of the couch.
Haven't I heard of you?
You're not a cop, are you?
Just when you think it can't get any worse, these guys show up.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
Watch the men of classic TV go from sophisticated to sauced. Put your mind on rewind with Out of Sight Retro Night on WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
The Chevy Dealers 10th Inning Show has been brought to you in part by Culver's. Bright smiles, fresh, juicy butter burgers, and velvety smooth frozen custard. Come on into Culver's and get Culverized.
The Culver's sweet defensive play of the game. Well, Rich Harden didn't need his defense with 11 strikeouts as he worked well with Giovanni Soto once again.
Well, the defense always starts from the pitcher's mound, and the best way to play defense is don't let the other team put the ball in play. Rich Harden was just fantastic, both with his fastball and his changeup today against this Nationals lineup.
Tied his career high with the 11 Ks. Thank you, Culver's. Come into Culver's and get Culverized. Well, the Pirates again tied it in Milwaukee. They're in the bottom of the ninth, 3-3, hoping the Pirates can pull it out. And then the Cubs will be in Pittsburgh. Tomorrow night, we'll have Game 2 Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Central Time. Cubs lead by 5 in the division. Again, depending on what happens in Milwaukee. St. Louis, the third-place team, beat the Braves. We'll see you Tuesday night from Pittsburgh.
Join our program already in progress.